champions, and welcome back to What's My Role, episode 18. We're a group of adventurers exploring the many realms of World of Warcraft and MMOs, sharing our experiences, learning our roles together, and embracing the chaos. I'm Bean, joined today by VindowViper.
I got sheets.
Elgato Donnix.
Hello.
I always knew he was AI.
And GT Go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will pause for a second while you get
this
that.
is actually gonna be.
Everything was working great, and then right when you go to start, it's like, nope.
Hell yeah.
There he is.
We're back.
That's the last time I'm trying that.
Did I introduce everyone or did I stop?
Tried to, but then you showed Donnix and it was just.
I don't think and GT Goat.
Hi.
Did I get you, Vindo?
Yeah.
Yes.
I played them
Okay.
as sheets instead.
Everybody's here.
Sheets.
You know who we are. Back at it again.
We're professionals.
Okay, I don't think I have really any channel updates. We're streaming Fridays and Saturdays, 10:15 Eastern time every week. And every once in a while we might mix it up and switch to like a Sunday night to accommodate VindowViper a little bit better. But beyond that, not really any channel updates. Did anybody have any interesting Wowhead news that they saw that they wanted to talk about specifically? There's just a couple things I'm gonna throw out there.
The Curse of the Flesh and the Earthen stuff that they got coming out is interesting. There's a lot of speculation about it by all means. I think my biggest gripe I have with the Allied race stuff is I feel like they're just like the Volpera was cool. I liked the Coltirans. I like when they come up with something like
Different,
new and
right?
interesting instead of just like what feels like a reskin. Like I was a huge Thorn fan, and the High Mountain was cool, but all it was just
different horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely certain races that I feel like should just be customizations on already existing races. Where Coltiran is different enough than the regular human, but we could also just have like, sliders for, thick human and non-thick human. And then, with dwarfs, we've had dwarfs, and then we got dark iron dwarfs, which is different, but same, and now we have Earthen, which is also, it's just another dwarf, right? Where it is cool, but
we already have dark iron dwarves, don't we? Like there's already 2 dwarves.
Yeah. I mean, the big thing with these ones is that the Horde can have dwarves now with these ones.
Oh yeah, Horde dwarf.
But it's similar with like the elves too. Like there's night elves and blood elves and
void elves.
Void elves, Nightborn.
Yeah, it's definitely cooler when things are a little bit more different. I'd like to see like some weird stuff like, playable gnolls or murlocs or, kind of out there stuff.
Those bat people.
Yeah, that was one thing I was going to bring up. There has been some different stuff has come up. They have confirmed in the data mining that there is like a bat form for these Haranir or Haranir. I don't know how to pronounce it. So they have a bat form, and then they have like all these different kind of armors, which almost looks like a heritage armor. So I mean, it definitely looks like it could be a playable race to me. And then what are the other races that transform? I know Worgen transforms and Drakthir transform, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Do you guys see the heritage armor for the Earthen?
Oh yeah, what'd you think of it?
It doesn't go with them. It looks all right. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't like look Earthen to me.
How many times do you get a heritage armor and you're like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna make my guy? You know what I mean?
Not too often, right?
I just got the gnome one for my warrior, and it's not bad. Like it's got the whole mecha gnome gear stuff and everything. Like it totally matches like the theme of the character, but I'm not gonna wear it. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, the thing that I don't like about this specific one is it doesn't look like you can have a beard with it. And it's like, how are you going to make heritage armor for dwarves and they can't wear a beard?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense, right? And then what was the other thing I was going to talk about? The augment your allies' power with new potion bombs. I thought that was pretty cool. But they've got potions that can be thrown. I guess it's an engineering thing. they can craft potion bombs and they can throw them, and it'll be like a splash AoE that will like get your allies with whatever, you know, kind of buffs are associated with the potion. That's pretty cool. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but I do like the idea behind it. Other than that, there's the priest tier set. I thought it looked sick.
It looks pretty cool. It's probably out of all of them the best looking one.
I got to give the monk one credit. I don't think it matches a monk, because to me a monk is like Shaolin monk kind of thing, where they got like the single piece of cloth and like that's it. But they're making them look like samurai, and so it does look cool.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a monk, but it is a samurai. It is a pretty good looking samurai.
Yeah, well, and the thing with samurai is that they use weapons, where the monks, they have weapons, but I guess they kind of just wear them on their backs.
Yeah.
And then the other tier set was the shaman tier set, which I didn't really.
None of these tier sets are wowing me.
No.
No.
Even
But,
I'm new.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the last one was better.
Beyond that, that's really all that there was for news. Not a ton going on.
Yeah. I mean, other than like the trader reset for May.
Oh, the trading post.
The very
Yeah.
small skittering mount that you can,
Yeah, the
very
very
small one.
tiny.
yeah, it's
The tiny one.
you fit through all the doorways with it.
Yeah, that thing is freaking huge.
It's actually been funny because it's the same size on the gnome as it is on everything else. And so I've been doing PvP on my gnome warrior. And I'm on this giant skitter, so it's huge. And then as soon as I dismount, it goes from like this to like this. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. There's the butterfly wings for like the end of month. There is like a really huge freaking sword too. I don't know what it's called, but I need to get that.
Oh, yeah, I picked it up too. It's a massive two-hander sword.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was like
They need more of
200
those.
or something like that. It was worth it.
What else? Was there anything else cool in the trading post? I don't
There's that hippogriff.
know. Oh yeah.
Like a blazing hippogriff or something like that. That one looks pretty cool.
It does look good. It does look good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think that was previously available too.
Probably.
Oh shit, man. Well, there's like, I guess there is news. There's also the Mists of Pandaria remix is coming May 16th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that will be cool, and that's going to run all the way until basically War Within.
August 20th, I think.
Yeah, so it's got to be pretty close.
When you did the alpha, you were playing like other people were playing around with you and everything, right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason we wouldn't be able to like party together or something.
Yeah, we'll be able to party. Well, because they have all the dungeons and raids and stuff too, so we'll be able to.
So
do
yeah,
all that
we'll be able
together.
to do all that stuff.
Nice.
And then 10-7, that's coming this
May
next.
7th?
Yeah, it's coming in like 2 days.
Is that a final pre-patch? No, not pre-patch.
It's not the pre-patch yet. It will have the prologue to War Within. So I think we'll have a little bit of story that Alaria will probably be involved in.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to wrap up the Dragonflight story and then start the War Within story.
Yep. So we have, Alaria. There was that. Did you guys watch that like little cutscene that came out with Alaria and Khadgar? There's like a new cinematic where something ever. We'll have to watch that, but it's
Yeah.
Khadgar calls Alaria and he's like, "There's some shit going down. I need you to investigate it." And he's like, how are the kids? And she's like, "I haven't really seen my kids."
What?
Wait a minute, is that what this is?
So there's going to be that. There's the Draenei Troll Heritage armor. Kind of looks okay, I guess. There's 6 new hair colors for Coltiran. How exciting.
Oh my goodness.
That's enough of that shit, though. All right, so let's just go on to our week in WoW, because that's really what we wanted to talk about. So who wants to start? What was the first thing we did? We did Mythic 0, Algethar's Academy early in the week. And
That was Thursday, I think.
I want to
Yeah.
say it was Wednesday.
Because that's
One of the two.
Maybe it was Thursday.
yeah, Aberrus Mythic 0, and I think
Yep.
the tree gave us a little bit of a problem. The bird seemed okay. First boss was a little annoying, but I think it's just because we were getting our shit figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of running with a slightly different team setup than we had done before, where Vindo was healing, I was tanking, then we had Goat, Donnix, and Mystery was doing the DPS. We killed the first boss. No, we did wipe on the first boss.
A couple times, actually.
Couple times.
Yeah.
Charges that come in that cause you to take increased damage, and then I think we wiped once on the bird just because we were figuring out that we turned on the wind, and then we're like, no, turn it off.
Yeah. It's because we had the lava going, and then when we got the tornadoes and the wind too, it got a little bit nuts. So the second time we fought him, we didn't worry about turning on the tornadoes, and we just killed him with just the fire.
And the tree took us 3 tries, I think, just because we had to figure out, stack, rotate, split up, stack, rotate, split up.
Yeah.
It was mainly the movement and keeping everything nice and tight with everybody.
Getting that dialed in will help with raiding a lot, because if everybody can kind of just work with raid movement consistently, you're just knocking jobs out left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
And I don't think we had any trouble with the final boss.
No, we accidentally did the final boss.
Yeah.
Like we even saved our bloodlust because we're like, just in case if we're I don't want to waste it, and then and like it died. We were like, oh whoa, he's almost dead.
Okay.
All right.
And then we didn't really have any problems with any of the trash. I don't feel like either. It wasn't too bad.
And it was it's a Mythic 0, but we could have pushed more on not tyrannical, but what's the other one? I always forget it.
Fortified.
The fortified, yeah. So that would be a little scary because there's that one dragon that keeps like charging someone and then turns around and breaths everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just takes their little golden shower apparently instead of getting,
Nice analogy there. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It didn't take us very long, did it? I don't think it took too long either.
No, it wasn't like it was just hanging there.
I feel like when we did the Uldaman Mythic 0 on Friday night, it took a lot longer.
Yes.
Well,
I guess comparatively.
Uldaman, you have the bosses themselves are interesting and unique. There's actually a lot of trash in that. Like there's just a ton of pulls, and it's tedious.
It's gonna be interesting one to time.
Yeah.
Who's the first boss? It's the dwarves, the lost dwarves in that one.
Yeah.
We killed them first time. First try. It was not a problem.
issues with them.
Just AoE the crap out of them.
It's a pretty simple fight.
That second boss causes issues.
Yeah, Bromosh.
Oh, it's the dude.
We were on Bromosh for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's rough.
And that was just the ads kind of make that really, really difficult. And then, we weren't understanding that he was lusting halfway through his health. I think when he gets to 50% he lusts. And I was seeing it on the screen. I saw like lust plop up, but I thought it was us that was lusting. I was like, oh, good. We're going to kill him this time. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he destroys us. Once we figured that out, we killed him the first time, though, I think. Yeah. Right?
It's like, oh, yeah, Aspen has Tranquil Shot.
That's right.
Yeah.
So when he lusts, she hits him with the Tranquil Shot. He chills out, and then...
Be cool, honey bunny.
Yeah, it's all good, baby. Take some of these horse tranquilizers.
Off to the farm.
Go to sleep.
Oh, you right.
The one I'm not looking forward to is Bracken Hide Hollow. It's a long dungeon. Yeah. The poison's just annoying, and that final boss is an absolute pain in the ass for a healer. There's so much damage happening. You have to pop your cooldowns nonstop. You have to be always moving. It's hard. It's a really, really hard boss.
Yeah, I've only experienced that one heroic still.
Yeah, Mythic goes bananas.
We'll probably be getting there pretty soon here once we start being able to push these keys.
The gears changed a little bit too, and gear leveling seems a little easier. Man, those last hurrahs, each of those 3 events you had to do for the hurrah gives you a ton of gear. Like each gives you a solid piece, and then the hurrah itself gives you gear. And it's like, whoa, okay. Like it loads you up.
Yeah, that has been nice being able to get gear so quickly. And then got my 2 bullion. I think everybody got their 2 bullions this week. Yep. So we all got to trade that in for something. I got my Bis weapon. What did you get again, Go?
Some bullshit. But anyways.
Nice.
It was an upgrade, but it wasn't what I want. I wanted the weapon.
Is that what it wants you to get next?
That's what I want to get. Yeah, that really helped me out.
They look good and they're more fun and like
They look better than the armor for sure.
Well, it's always satisfying to get weapons.
It's like somebody put some effort into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got these bullions going. We've been doing well, I guess we'll continue with what other bosses were there in there? There's the Sentinel Talendros. We killed that one first time.
Yeah.
Wasn't an issue.
That's the one that like the little arena, the little circle, right?
That's the snake lady that you have to interrupt her or she'll get the Titanic empowerment and then she'll start whooping
You
on
have to stun her.
Yeah, she has she has to be stunned twice before she can actually be stunned. And then after her is the Emberon. That's the dude with he goes into the middle and has like the fire lasers that go around. We wiped on that once, I think.
Man, that reminds me. Did you guys ever play on, I believe it was Shadowlands? They had there's like a mini raid. I forget what they called it, but it was like 10 bosses. Kind of like Docron's Fall or whatever it is, like how that's one big raid, but they split it into two for the Mythics.
Like a mega dungeon type deal.
And so there was one of the bosses, like right at the split point, one of the bosses had like a wall that would go up and it would create portals. And there's like 3 sets of portals that you'd step into one, it would pop out the other, but then there'd be ones going in different directions. So he'd pop a wall up, everybody would be on one side. He'd teleport to another, and you had to find a way to like take the right portal to get over there before the circle comes in. And he's casting, and you needed 2 interrupts to stop it. Like the first interrupt starts it again, and then the second one ended it. It was like holy crap. And then like it becomes like 4 divisions, and then like 6 divisions and stuff. And so you have to like figure out the portals. You have to like jump through one, and then another portal, and then this portal to get to him. And it was cool. In fact, I'd love to go back to it, but I have a feeling we just stomp it because I don't think you'll level down to it.
Yeah. Well, it sounds pretty intense. So it's from a mega dungeon and not from a raid?
Yeah. It was its own dungeon with 10 bosses or so. It was cool. It had all those elemental kind of guys, like the like they look like they have like wraps, but like energy for heads and stuff.
The ethereal.
Yeah. And it was cool. It's like one of them was you had to find. You're in a market and you had to like pick up an item and then use that to trade to somebody else for another item, and then use that to trade for somebody else to another item, all while like mobs are spawning. So you have like one guy that's like literally trying to like trade in markets while everybody else is like trying to protect him and kill mobs and stuff. It was cool, dude.
Oh, that sounds really interesting.
One of the bosses, everybody chose, you choose an instrument on stage and you had to like play your instrument by moving in the correct directions or like rotating correctly. And is like someone was on the drum, someone was on the guitar and stuff. Yeah,
that makes me think of like the ballroom fight in the raid.
Where you have to move and
Castle Nathria raid.
Oh, God,
yeah. What else did we do? Oh yeah, after the Emberon fight, I think that's the final boss is Chrono Lord Deios. So that was a tough fight.
That's a hard fight.
Yeah. That one was
a fight.
Yeah.
And it's apparently we had somebody, Shane Meyer, in the Twitch chat was telling us that or was it Shane Meyer? Yeah, he was helping us out when we were doing it, but the day after, I think it was another person. Hold on, I can try and
we had Shane Meyer and one other that was giving us tips and tricks while we were venturing our way through it.
Yeah, we had someone after we ended last night's stream was talking to us about
shoot, what was his name?
How do you see like the light?
Anyways, on Noobie's Corner. How you doing? So yeah, it was fun. I finally got up there and in my level, and ta-da! Start a new season. You're at the bottom. So that was a nice adventure point for me.
Well, you're not so much. You're talking about your new gear, because I mean you were topping DBS charts.
Well, I know it was just like I'm finally getting good enough stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, we doing some stuff, and then boom.
Well, you thought you were done gearing, but you found out that you don't actually play WoW to play WoW. You play WoW to collect gear.
Obviously.
And then when you're almost there, they screw you again with the patch. So.
Yes. I learned that one firsthand. Yeah.
It was something gaming.
Yeah.
I feel horrible.
Was it like
now that I don't
Blackstone
remember.
something?
Blackstone.
It was Blackstone and
Something
something,
in gaming.
gaming.
Yeah.
Anyways, they had said at the end of last night's stream, like I'd ended the stream and then the comment popped up. But I guess when you're fighting Chrono Lord Deios and he's placing his like sand things, we want to have the DPS stacked because that influences where he's placing them. And I think we were just kind of spread all over the place. So the whole entire floor was just a giant swirling mess of sand shit.
That shit is an
Shitty
understatement.
sand.
Yeah.
Well, there's the big thing too. Those temporal zones that pop up give you 50% haste increase. So like you want to stand in them, but you also got to stack properly so that you're not ruining yourself.
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
Well,
So
that's during the time rewind.
The rewind.
well, because it's the same sand when he places it, and then it turns into, and then you got to soak it up. So I guess we don't exactly want to stack. We kind of want to just be in a certain vicinity and keeping them together so we can easily absorb one at a time, right?
That's what I got from it.
So yeah, we have some learning to do, of course, but the best way for me personally, I learn by doing. I can watch videos and then just completely forget everything I watched.
Agree.
But damn, also the adventure guides, not super helpful, honestly.
No,
I think they're just trying to figure it out too.
Well, there's the debuff that goes on, and then when you clear it, it drops another freaking time eruption on the ground. So it's like, but you have to get rid of it because it's like, what was it like? It's a massive amount of damage every second.
Yeah. So it was
an interesting
rough,
fight.
but we scraped our way through it. And that's how that night went. I think we ended that night just doing a couple of heroics and joking around. Actually, but before we started the podcast, I go on Twitch to find the clips that I'm going to turn into shorts because it's easy to just clip stuff on Twitch. And there's a whole bunch of funny stuff that I found that I'm using. And then we did a bunch of LFR on Saturday night. We
That was fun too.
Yeah.
We did almost all of the Aberrus raid LFR. We just didn't do the Sarkareth fight. And
we kicked somebody.
you've done it, right, Vindo?
The final fight, Sarkareth,
Yeah.
or the rest of it.
Sarkareth.
Oh, easy. It's probably the easiest fight in the raid.
Oh, are you serious?
No, I really don't think it's that hard. It's because it's all about.
I don't know if we should trust him.
I know. I've done it like 3 times now. The one awakened, and then when it wasn't awakened, the awakened one, just because the evoker legendary weapon drops from him. So I have to run it every week to try to get it. And I'd love to run normals when we can because it's even higher chance. It's like a 1.5% chance in LFR and then like 3% in normals. So much better chance to see it in normal. But
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I've gotten used to it. It's not too bad. Like there's good markets where you can kind of like you kind of find the rotation going a little bit. It's not too bad.
Yeah, the only reason I was nervous about it is because it seemed very mechanic heavy, and since I'm trying to run tank in everything I do, it's a little intimidating to be like, oh, there's 3 phases to this fight, and you got to do this and this and this and this and this and this. But yeah, I'm more willing to do it if we could just get 10 people and do it normal. Because even though it'd be harder than LFR, it's less socially stressful being the tank that doesn't know what he's doing. And then you have
on the same page.
When everybody's like, it's fine with the tank not knowing what he's doing because we all don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, and then when you're doing LFR, you have people like, why am I queuing with literal apes or whatever that dude said the other night. And I'm like, oh God, I accidentally brought this guy to the middle or something because I didn't know the mechanics. So, I mean, I feel a little bad, but it's also LFR, so I don't feel completely bad. Like,
Yeah, dude. LFR is like, as long as you do your tank swaps, LFR is baby town for all.
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't doing that either.
Yeah, that was the issue. Was the other tank wasn't tank swapping.
yeah, he wasn't swapping after I got those stacks, so it got kind of nasty in there.
I guess he's just used to getting carried or something. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the subject, please. I got nothing else.
Tell us more.
We'll keep it PG. Hey, don't you do that. We don't want to see that.
No, those runs went well for me. I got like 4 upgrades out of it.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Nice to hear.
I feel like you got a bunch of shit too, didn't you? Go or that was last week, right?
I got one. It wasn't a chest. It was that little circle thing, but you open it and it gives you a piece, and that was under what I needed from my pantalones.
I don't think I got shit. I might have got
They'll
like
give
one
you your
thing.
tier piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who all has? Do we all have our 2-piece bonus now?
I got 3. I'm waiting for a 4th one.
Yeah, I'll have
Tuesday.
3
I'll have my
next.
4th.
I don't even know what I got, to be honest.
Making stuff tomorrow. They can use that little stupid ability thing and get number 4. Which would be actually really nice. Whether I'm healing
Hell yeah.
or augmentation, it's a really big buff.
But yeah, we just did LFR, right? We didn't do any
Yeah, that's all we
heroics
did.
or
Yeah,
anything else
that's all we
last
did.
night. So yeah, that was our weekend. Wow, that's
LFR
basically.
and talking shit. That's all we did.
Yeah, we talked a lot of shit. We did
Pretty
a
much.
couple Mythic zeros. We did some heroics. We did some LFR.
Met a couple new
Gearing up.
people.
Yep, getting called apes in LFR.
Get them into the guild. Invite the 8 people.
Yes, come unga bunga with us, everyone.
Stronger together.
I didn't share the show notes, so I don't think anybody fucked with it this week.
Nah, I didn't even touch it.
Okay.
Yet.
Or actually, we did have a comment. We
A
got a new
comment?
subscriber and a comment yesterday.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Sean Taylor 532. First time listening. Great chat and always fun to get content from people who aren't playing in the top 1% of content. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, see that.
Shane Meyer also.
We are the top 1% of content at this point.
You know? This is top 1%.
You don't white on
Humor.
like it, but this is what peak WoW looks like.
Yeah. So I had said, thanks. We're just here for a good time. LOL. And I asked, are you enjoying season 4 so far? We knocked out some Mythic zeros. I'm going to try some raiding before reset. But yeah,
so
really appreciate you taking the time to leave a comment.
Yeah, we had Shane Meyer follow us on Twitch.
Yep, that's right.
As well.
On Twitch, Shane Meyer was hanging out with us a whole bunch when we were running that Uldaman and also the heroics. And then he also showed up in last night's stream when we were doing some LFR stuff. We
Yes,
also
sir.
had... Oh, what's up?
Just agreeing with you. I'm sorry.
Dare you interrupt?
And then we had Blackstone. I wish I could... I know there's a way I can see that comment still. I just do not know how to on the fly. But thank you for leaving your comments. You had, at the beginning of last night's stream, said... if you need any tips with what's the boss, the amalgamation boss, to just let him know. And I think we didn't have a problem with that boss.
You might be able to see an overview
Maybe. Well, I'm looking at,
in your live castings.
but we're gonna try and do a Mythic here in a second. So I'm gonna wrap this
What?
up. Now you know. So that's the podcast, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, help support the What's My Role channel. Find us on YouTube, TikTok, IG, Facebook as What's My Role or What's My Role MMO. Play in the Murden Realm on the Alliance side. If you want to apply to join our guild, the Mythic Mafia, join the Discord and introduce yourself. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next week.
What's my role?